Sarah, what's up?
I'm here. I'm here.
Back
Now,
at it again.
back at it again. Now, today inside Body Talk, it's all about mental illness. And January is Mental Health Awareness Month. And we will be looking at some signs of mental illness right now. So, you ready? Now, most people believe that mental health conditions are rare and happen to someone else. In fact, mental health conditions are common and widespread. An estimated 44 million Americans suffer from some form of mental disorder in a given year. That's a lot, Timoy.
A lot.
44 million in a given year. Now, most families are not prepared to cope with learning their loved one has a mental illness. It can be physically and emotionally trying, and it can make us feel vulnerable to the opinions and judgments of others. When people go to talk, Carlos. Yeah, not nice when they talk. Now, if you think you or someone you know may have a mental or emotional problem, it is important to remember there is hope and help. Remember, there is hope and there is help. So let's look at what mental illness is. Now, mental illnesses are brain-based conditions that affect thinking, emotions, and behaviors. Now, since we all have brains, you have brain? Yes. I have brain? Yes. Simon, you have brain? Yeah. Now, having some kind of mental health problem during your life is really common. Did you know that? Now, for people who have mental illnesses, their brains have changed in a way in which they are unable to think, feel, or act in ways they want to. For some, this means experiencing extreme and unexpected changes in mood, like feeling more sad or worried than normal. For others, it means not being able to think clearly, not being able to communicate with someone who is talking to them, or having bizarre thoughts to help explain weird feelings they are having. Now, there are more than 200 classified forms of mental illnesses.
Yeah, when I read that part, I was like, what?
So you have more than
I was thinking it was like 2 or 3, but 200.
200. And it says more than.
More than, yes.
Now, some of the more common disorders are depression, bipolar disorder. I didn't even know that was a mental illness. Well, I guess yes. I knew. Dementia. Wow. Schizophrenia and anxiety disorders. So again, some of the more common disorders are depression, bipolar disorder, dementia, schizophrenia, and anxiety disorder. So that's schizophrenia. Oh, whoa. Now, symptoms may include changes in mood, personality, personal habits, and or social withdrawal. Mental health problems may be related to excessive stress due to a particular situation or series of events. Now, as with cancer, diabetes, and heart disease, mental illnesses are often physical and as well as emotional and psychological. So, mental illnesses may be caused by a reaction to environmental stresses, genetic factors, biochemical imbalances, or a combination of these. Now, with proper care and treatment, many individuals learn to cope or recover from a mental illness or emotional disorder. Again, I'm still shocked to learn that we have more than 200 classified forms of this. Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, we're going to look at warning signs and symptoms, Timoy. So, it is especially important to pay attention to sudden changes in thoughts and behaviors. Now, in adults, young adults, and adolescents, these are the symptoms. confused thinking. Next, prolonged depression. So, sadness or irritability for a long period of time. Feelings of extreme highs and lows. Excessive fears, worries, and anxieties. Social withdrawals. So, you don't want to socialize with people anymore. You don't
Mm-hmm.
want to socialize with them. Dramatic changes in eating or sleeping habits, strong feelings of anger. So you're just angry.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Always angry.
always angry. So somebody
Mm-hmm.
says something, you're just angry. So strong feelings of anger, strange thoughts, meaning delusions, seeing or hearing things that aren't there, hallucinations, growing inability to cope with daily problems and activities. Now, the more common one, suicidal thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Or should
Very
I say,
common.
that's the most, well, I don't want to say the most because I'm not a doctor. So let me just say the more common one,
Mm-hmm.
suicidal thoughts. And, numerous unexplained physical ailments. Wow, I didn't know that.
Yes, there is a lot, unfolding as we read.
Right, and
Mm-hmm.
substance use.
Yeah, we know about. I know about that
You know
one.
about that one.
Mm-hmm. The addictions and all of
For the
those
symptoms
things.
of
Mm-hmm.
what we're learning,
Yeah, we're
warning
learning
signs and symptoms
as we
of,
go along.
yeah. Now, so that was for
Uh,
adults, young adults, and adolescents. So now we're going to look at in older children and pre adolescents. Substance use, inability to cope with problems and daily activities, changes in sleeping and or eating habits, excessive complaints of physical ailments, changes in ability to manage responsibilities at home and or at school, defiance of authority, theft and or vandalism. And then sometimes they would go in a trance, and yeah. Intense fear, prolonged negative mood, often accompanied by poor appetite or thoughts of death, frequent outbursts of anger. So that's frequent outbursts of anger. And that's for, the older children and pre
mm-hmm.
adolescents. So let's look at how to cope. So we've
Yeah.
gone through the signs and the symptoms.
Symptoms.
We're going to
Mm-hmm.
look at how to cope day to day. First, you must accept your feelings. Despite the different symptoms and types of mental illnesses, many families who have a loved one with mental illness share similar experiences. You may find yourself denying the warning signs, worrying what other people will think because of the stigma. And it's full time we stop putting on this stigma to mental illness,
Mm-hmm.
right? Come on, man. So, as mentioned, you might be worrying about what other people will think because of the stigma, or wondering what caused your loved one to become ill. Accept that these feelings are normal and common among families going through similar situations. So, accept that these feelings are normal and common among families going through similar situations. Find out all you can about your loved one's condition by reading and talking with mental health professionals. Share what you have learned with others. So don't be stingy with your knowledge, all right?
Mm-hmm.
You learned something,
Share
you
it.
share it. And that's why we have body talk, because we
Mm-hmm.
share information that we know that you need.
Yeah.
Next, handling unusual behavior. Now, the outward signs of mental illness are often behavioral. A person may be extremely quiet or withdrawn. Conversely, they may burst into tears, have great anxiety, or have outbursts of anger. Even after treatment has started, some individuals with a mental illness can exhibit antisocial behaviors. When in public, these behaviors can be disruptive and difficult to accept. The next time you and your family member visit your doctor or mental health professional, discuss these behaviors and develop a strategy for coping. The individual's behavior may be as dismaying to them as it is to you. Ask questions, listen with an open mind, and be there to support them.
I like that.
Yes, I love that part. You
Hmm.
have to be there for them
Hmm.
because they need the support.
True. And a lot of these persons, after they develop this condition, you found out that their families abandoned them and they're
Yes,
all
the
over the
one.
place. Because
Yeah.
there's one right down on Ugly Park Road.
Yeah.
The first time I saw him, he was there with, I think it was a scandal bag, those little black bag.
Yes.
Afterwards, around 2 days, he moved under the bus stop with his suitcase, and he keeps on moving more and more stuff. And I was looking at him, and I was like, persons are passing by, and they're laughing, but this is no joke.
Yeah, it's not joke. It's not something
Hmm.
you laugh about.
Are you stigmatizing? No, you don't do that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Don't do that. So in these times, family members, you need to be there for your loved ones, right? You have to support them, all right? Listen and with an open mind when you go to the doctors and those things. Sometimes, yes, Camille, they just want someone to talk
Hmm.
to. And yes, Vicky,
Vicky,
support
true.
is very
Hmm.
important. So support them. Next. So this is coping with day to day, how to cope day to day with people with mental
Illness.
illnesses, right?
Hmm.
Next, establishing a support network. So we looked at accepting your feelings, handling unusual behavior. The third one is establishing a support network. That's what we ended with. Whenever possible, seek support from friends and family members. If you feel you cannot discuss your situation with friends or other family members, find a self help or support group. These groups provide an opportunity for you to talk to other people who are experiencing the same type of
Hmm.
problems. They can listen and offer valuable advice.
True.
So,
This is so true. That's true. Yeah.
yeah, and sometimes people just want to, they just want
How
to
to
talk to
talk.
someone. And don't bottle up your feelings, especially the men. Don't bottle up your feelings, all right? You are important. And how you feel, that's important as well. All right? Now, next is seeking counseling. Therapy can be beneficial for both the individual with mental illness and other family members. They usually will say it's just the person who is going through it, neither the
Mm-mm.
counseling, but here it's saying it can be beneficial for both the individual and the family member or members. Now, a mental health professional can suggest ways to cope and better understand your loved one's illness. When looking for a therapist, be patient and talk to a few professionals so you can choose the person that is right for you and your family. It may take time until you are comfortable, but in the long run, you will be glad you sought help. Get help. Can't do this alone. Get professional help. Next, and this is the final one, it's 2:30, taking time out. Now, it's common for persons with mental illness to become the focus of the family life. When this happens, other members of the family may feel ignored or resentful. Some may find it difficult to pursue their own interests. If you are the caregiver, you need some time for yourself. Schedule time away to prevent becoming frustrated or angry. Because sometimes the reality is that sometimes their behaviors would cause you to get frustrated. But don't get frustrated, all right? Just remember to be calm, be patient, don't get angry. Now, if you schedule time for yourself, it will help you to keep things in perspective and you may Have more patience and compassion for coping or helping your loved one. Being physically and emotionally healthy helps you to help others. Again, let's repeat
Mm-hmm.
that. So, being physically and emotionally healthy helps
Helps
you
you
to
to help
help
others.
others.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, love that.
A powerful note to end on, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, very, very profound,
Mm-hmm.
Timoy. So again, how to cope? Accept your feelings. This is for the people with the mental illnesses. Handling unusual behavior, be supportive, establish a support network, seek counseling, and taking time out if you are the caregiver of that person or for the person with mental illness. Yes, especially those who suffer with dementia. You have to be patient.
Mm-hmm.
Dementia and Alzheimer's, you have to be patient. Sometimes they start crying, sometimes they just get angry, sometimes they're confused, they don't know what to do, and being confused makes them feel frustrated.
Yeah.
When the talking is like you don't know what they're saying, and they start talking about the past from 19 something, and perhaps if they lost their parents, they start
Mm-hmm.
talking about the parents until their parents is right there, or their
Yeah.
parents are there, right? So you have to be patient and just know that it's not them,
But
but
there's something
is the
behind
yes,
them.
it's
Yeah.
it's, it's the
It's a
illness.
mental illness.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the
Mm-hmm.
illness. And then you just have to pray against this, because I'm seeing that dementia and Alzheimer's, they're becoming, I'm hearing more cases in Jamaica, not just Jamaica, the world, but I'm hearing about more cases of people with dementia and Alzheimer's. Some people have both dementia and Alzheimer's
Whoa.
because they're two different things, They, as per something I read, they're different. They're a bit different. Yeah, so just pray and take your time, be patient. And if you can get a caregiver, if you're working or so, your loved ones, yeah, they will need a caregiver, someone to really care them. Because when it reaches to a certain stage,
You can't manage.
you can't manage, and they won't be able to do their regular day-to-day activities, like for instance simple tasks like bathing themselves, going to the bathroom, to use the toilet. They won't be able to do that. So then you're not used to that. I'm talking about dementia and Alzheimer's now, right? So just seek help, seek counseling, take time out. Say if you do this every day, you have to take a little time out, schedule some me time, yeah, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
remember, support is very important.
True.
And be there for your loved ones. Not just loved ones. Okay? They say loved ones. Loved ones. All right. Well, that's all the time we have for Body Talk. Thank you, Timoy. I learned
You're
that there are
welcome.
over
Yes,
200
200.
over 200 mental
Mm-hmm.
illnesses. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
Today I learned about it.
Yeah, to learn it.
Yeah.
Today I learned. Wait, I just joined it
I
today and I learned.
yeah.
Today I learned about that. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, body talk. Well, thank you. It's 2:35, and just reminding you that this all between 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. is brought to you today by none other than Fosridge Company Limited, the electrical lighting and solar energy people. Now, if you want to go back and watch the live and those things, all right, Vicky, and try to keep them engaged,
Mm-hmm.
right? And don't give them a bunch of things to do, one at a time. Don't say, oh, go over there, go over there, go over there, go over there. Take a little time, walk with them, and show them love. All right, okay. I'm gonna end the live now, so you guys can always rewatch. Okay. Bruce Willis. Leon says the actor Bruce Willis has it. Wow, I didn't know that. More than 200. Yeah, Carol Miller. More than. Wow. All right.